Hello, hola, bonjour. Tune in every Tuesday to the Dear God podcast.
¿Y qué pasó?
Nah, we talking like it's 1995. Let go of that Wi-Fi. Let's laugh and cry, but never say goodbye. Hey, you guys, and welcome to another episode of a Dear God. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? ¿Cómo está mi primo y mi prima? So it's a different type of podcast. I think from the title, you probably are thinking like, ¿qué es lo que está vaina? ¿Qué es lo que está pasando esta semana? Like, what's going on? Oh, and there goes my alarm, of course. So first I want to say thank you for everyone tuning in to the Dear God Are We There Yet show. Podcast is about conversations. This podcast is just about conversations, questions, and it has a lot to do with today's podcast episode because you should question everything. I mean, what I'm about to tell you might blow your mind, might not, might surprise you, might be like, you know what, you're high, girl, you are high, tú estás tomando, tú estás fumando. So, first I want to say just anything that I talk about on this show, anything at all, do your own research. I think it's important that no matter what we're listening to on TV, whatever we're listening to, we're reading, we should always do our research and kind of come up with our own conclusions. Because, I mean, listen to this. Nosotros vemos tanta porquería en la televisión. I mean, we watch so much crap on TV. And the news and social media and the internet feeds on Yahoo, the first page of Google, the New York Times, even reputable like the New York Times, where you're going through things and you're like, wait, are they exaggerating? And we live in a world where we have to fine-tooth comb everything and not believe it when we hear it. But we also have to be educated consumers. We have to be educated researchers. We have to be able to fine-tooth, comb toda la mentira o las exageraciones que tiene la gente, like just exaggerations or press, etc. So I've been coming across some stuff, and I know that on my show I always talk about like conspiracy theories and and they're called conspiracy theories, but are they really? That's the question where I would come from. And again, do your research. Anything that I'm talking about today, it's important to do your research. Because what happens is that, again, this is another outlet where I can just hablar contigo, vamos a tener un cafecito ahora, and we're going to just talk, and I'm just going to be asking questions, and I'm just going to be just putting information out there, and it's up to you to kind of run with it, take it, research, do whatever you want, or even be like, oh yeah, Alice, tú estás loca. So, but before we start the episode, I want to say we have an amazing guest next week, so I hope you're tuning in. And if you want to be on the show, you can go ahead and email us at hello@deargodarewetheryet.com. Remember, Dear God is just an analogy. It can be whoever you want it to be. And do your own research. So vamos a hablar. So I don't even know how to start this episode because I think it has a lot to do with just, we're getting closer to 2020. We're getting closer into, it's not 1995 anymore. Yo hablo en eso cada rato. Like, it's 1995. Let's just talk like it's 1995. But there's a reason why I say that. There's a reason why I always, it's so important to say, why are we not talking like it's 1995? ¿Por qué no estamos hablando? ¿Por qué no estamos preguntando? So I don't know about you guys, and this is definitely not clickbait. I'm not trying to create fear, but I want you guys to get plugged in to the theory of what's going on with 5G. So I don't know if you guys ever heard, and you need to do your research. So I'm going to give you something. If you have a pen and paper, if you're driving, then remember 5G. And you see it on your phones. You probably have it on your phones. Like I actually went, on our internet at home, we have like 2G and we have 5G. And I never really got it. Like, again, these are things that I've been coming across in puzzle pieces. And again, you might think this is a conspiracy theory. You do your own research and you come to your conclusion. But with me, I wouldn't necessarily call it conspiracy theory. I would call it like, what the heck is going on? ¿Y qué esto? Because it doesn't make sense. On all the spectrums of it, it doesn't make sense. And so I came to my conclusion that la cosa is about to get real. La vaina is about to get real. And we see it on these shows online about, so I don't even know where I was, but this is another thing I was going to say. Go to the library, do your research. It doesn't have to also be online. Go old school, go to those encyclopedias, go to your books, and again, question everything, because even things that you might read, you're like, well, when you're really deep in researching, things won't make sense because things won't add up, and everything is kind of like an equation. So, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about the good news. I want to end the show with this new thing that I'm trying to do with I Can't Make This Stuff Up. And this is good news, bringing good news to the world, and all the things that we talk about. I really want to end the show with this. And so you guys check out goodnewsnetwork.org. I really, really love them. I actually get a dose of good news almost every hour because I go on there and I read stories, and it makes me feel really good that we have some amazing people in this world. But there's a principal that she reads online, reads books online in her PJs, so her students can always have a bedtime story. That really touched my heart. She's an elementary school teacher. She's an elementary school principal. 42-year-old Belinda George from Homer Drive Elementary in Texas. Shout out to her. But basically, she has Tucked In Tuesdays. She gets in her pajamas, she reads their stories, and that is something so simple like that is precious, because, kids don't have that nowadays, and we're so connected, again, through technology. The same thing that I was talking about in this podcast, and she's using technology for something good. And so I wanted to leave that with I Can't Make This Stuff Up, pero lo bueno, with Good News Network. Check them out, .org, and follow them on Instagram. Maybe they'll be a sponsor for my show. Anyways, you guys, hasta la próxima. And check us out every Tuesday on our YouTube channel. See you later.